Okay guys, today I am back outside with my Cootie 10 inflatable tent from RBM Outdoors, and I want to give you a rundown because I have had this thing up for almost 2 months straight now. If you haven't been watching, this is a Cootie inflatable tent made by Cootie, sold by Cootie and RBM Outdoors. Waterproof canvas, comes with a stove jack in the roof so you can use a wood-burning stove inside. You'll have to go back and watch my complete unboxing to see everything that comes with this. These tents are top of the line. But over the past 2 months that I've had this thing set up, we have experienced just about every kind of weather you can possibly get. I'm in Ohio, the land of all 4 seasons all year long. We've had temperatures up to 60. We've had temperatures down to almost 0. We've had rain, sleet, snow, hail, high winds, anything you can think of. And this tent has withstood it all with no problem. I can actually feel some drops coming right now because right now it is 43 degrees. It is dropping down into the teens within the next few hours, and we're supposed to get rain, sleet, and snow again. But I wanted to give you a rundown of everything that I have seen while I've had this tent up over the past 2 months. So let's start with how well it holds the air. A lot of people are concerned that when the temperatures drop really low, that you're gonna lose the air pressure and the tent is just gonna collapse. That doesn't happen at all. I have added air to this tent probably 3, maybe 4 times over the past 2 months. And majority of the time, the temperatures have been below freezing. When you need to add air, and the way that you will be able to tell is, well, basically by either squeezing the frame, the tubes, or you will see along the top, it'll kind of start to sag. You just plug in your pump, let it run for about 3 minutes, and it corrects that air pressure and leaves that frame rock hard once again. So let's talk about how it handles the rain, the sleet, the snow. Even without the rain fly, this is a waterproof tent. So that rain, the sleet, the snow, it can fall right on top of that tent and it will not be an issue as long as you don't let the snow build up. Once the snow builds up, it gets heavy and it will cause your tent to collapse. So if you have your tent up and it is snowing, you need to be there maintaining your tent physically. I have a video up of this as well, and I show you what it looks like because I let that snowfall build up and collapse this tent specifically so I could show you. With the rain fly on, any kind of moisture, the rain or sleet or snow, basically just starts to roll off because the rain fly is more of like a plastic material. When the canvas of the actual tent gets wet and cold, it tends to grab onto that snow that's falling and it lets it build up. But that rain fly being a completely different material, it pretty much just slides right off right from the beginning. I have not had to come out here one time and knock snow off with the rain fly on. Okay, durability as far as wind. We have had wind gusts a few times out here for 2-3 days at a time, up to 60 miles per hour, and this tent did not move an inch. The only problem that I have had with this setup at all, the entire time I've had it set up here, is the rain fly. When we have the heavy winds come through, this rain fly basically catches the wind like a kite and it puffs up over top the tent. And we've had winds of up to 60 miles an hour coming through a couple times over this time period. And it's not actually the rain fly that's the problem. The problem is with the stake that is now somewhere around here, but I've shown you these stakes when we did the unboxing. This is what it looks like here. It's basically just a long straight stake that goes straight in the ground, and these are great stakes. I mean, these have held up perfectly with the tent itself, but being that that rain fly catches the wind like that and gives the potential of ripping those straight stakes out of the ground, what you really need to get are these spiral anchors from Home Depot. They're orange, they're spiral, and you screw them into the ground. Not orange screws. Those are plastic, they break, they're horrible. These are orange spiral anchors. They are steel, you screw them into the ground, and they are going nowhere. That's what you need to be using with the rain fly when you know you're going to have heavy winds. Especially because if the wind catches your rain fly, rips the stake out of the ground, and folds it up around your stovepipe like what you see right here, imagine if that stovepipe had a fire going on inside and that was hot. This would melt right onto that thing. And that could be a huge issue. So you definitely want to get those orange screw anchors. I will put a link below. You can get them at Home Depot. You can get them on Amazon, Lowe's. basically any hardware store. This is where the stake was in right here, and when the wind caught this and ripped it out of the ground, I have no idea where it went now. It threw it somewhere around here. Here it is, up at the front of the tent. Yeah, see, that's a long stake. That is heavy duty, and they work great otherwise. But when you know you're going to have those strong winds coming through, get those orange screws. To my knowledge, we don't have any heavy winds coming, but we do have rain, sleet, snow, just about everything else. So let's talk about how this tent handles the cold weather. Now, we've already talked about the frame and how you will lose a little bit of air pressure. Very easy to add that back in. The tent itself remains a tent in these ice cold temperatures. Now, I highly suggest using your stove. You can see we have the stovepipe sticking out there, and just in testing over the past 2 months, I've come out here a few times and run the stove to keep it warm. I've also let it go just to see how the tent would react to the super cold temperatures without any kind of heat inside. And I highly suggest that you do keep something warm inside the tent, like the wood-burning stove. But I will say, the tent didn't have any problems in those super cold temperatures when I just left it alone. I'm not suggesting that you leave your tent alone in cold weather. Look, I'm in my backyard. I could sit right in the house and see what's going on through those windows right there, so I knew I was safe in testing this tent. I could see if the cold weather was affecting it or not. I could come out and check it at any given time, and if the frame needed more air, all I had to do was hook up the pump and add more air. But as far as the structural integrity or anything on this tent, the cold weather, the ice, the rain, the snow did not affect it at all. Some people think that maybe this stuff will like freeze and start cracking. And I mean, you can see for yourself right in front of me right now, that did not happen. This thing is 100% just like the day I set it up. There are these flaps around the perimeter of the tent, and I haven't pushed any of these leaves out of the way or anything yet, because I just wanted to kind of show you that whether it's leaves or dirt or mud or snow, that will gather on the flap right there. So the flap will prevent it from going under your tent and getting the bottom of your tent dirty. The clear plastic panel on here had absolutely no issues. Some people think that this is going to freeze and crack, and you can clearly see that that did not happen. We'll open this up and go on inside, and there's not a lot of light in here for you to see anything in here right now. But again, I mean, there's just been absolutely no issues whatsoever in here at all. We have more clear plastic here, more clear plastic there, more on the other side over here, and everything is 100% perfectly intact and just as good as it was the day I set this tent up. So I can hear it starting to rain on the tent right now. Let's go ahead and step back out here. And I mean, if you guys have any other questions, anything else you want to know about how these tents stand up to this weather or anything, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I've done a lot of testing with these things, and they are top quality. Okay, I got it zipped up again and closed there. Rainfly is secure, and I'm gonna leave it out here. It's probably gonna be out here for at least another week. The rain is starting to come down right now. Like I said, it's supposed to freeze. We're supposed to get more snow. It's supposed to get down to 3 degrees by Monday, I think. So once again, this tent is going to be sitting out here going through all that, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. But on the next day where it's feasible, I will be out here and take this tent down, and I have had a request to show how to do that, how to take the tent down, deflate it, roll it up, pack it up, and store it. So I will be making that video as soon as I take this tent down. Now, before I go, I do want to tell you that you can get a discount on anything from RBM Outdoors right now by using my link in the comments below or the description. If you have any questions about these tents or the stoves, feel free to ask. I will answer you the best way I possibly can. I have like 15 of these tents. I trust them with my life.